they would barter for their goods. What I mean,
Yeah.
because maybe you were the beekeeper and you had the honey, and then maybe your neighbor had the chickens and your other neighbor had the cows, and you bartered for your beef and all your
Yeah.
things.
Sometimes you'd have to go fix the fence, help them fix the fence. I don't know what that looks like. I mean,
I don't either.
I think in modern day today, like everybody, you've got more of a tech nomad or something that's going to want to live off site, is going to run the power and everything off of this, like the solar and the batteries, like I mentioned, and then maybe plug in his Starlink or his, some kind of a satellite internet, so he doesn't have to have, or he or she doesn't have to have another internet connection because they're so rural. And they could really you can work like you're in town when you're not, and you have like killer internet, you have killer power, you can have all the tech stuff you want. You might have a little problem getting your Amazon products, but that would kill you.
They're, they were just at our house earlier today.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, do those Amazon drivers drive up those not dirt roads? So, but if they do, I
I'm
mean,
sure. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
they do. They do, and some of them even have, like, when they're not, they have like remote centers that are like in town that you just drive down.
To
Maybe
go
one.
pick it up.
Yeah, go pick up your stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, something else I was thinking about is what kind of financing options do you have? Because I think you could probably do, besides traditional financing options for properties like this, are there any like government programs? I'm
USDA,
wondering.
like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
USDA loans are zero down loans, and it's very similar to like a VA loan where it's zero down, no MI kind of thing. That's a very that's a good loan. That's a really good loan, and it's only for rural properties.
Right. And you could
So
also do
depending on
like,
the
I'm
area,
thinking owner financing as well.
yeah, if the owner owns the property outright and decides he's going to let you borrow some money, basically, right? If he sells you the house for $1 million, he says, "Hey, I'll give you a loan for 800. You just give me 200 cash, right?" And then he writes a note, and then you make payments on the 800 to him.
Yeah. And then if you're making money off of your homestead selling goods, that's a good way to pay back your loan.
You got to sell a lot of eggs and a lot of honey to be able to pay off an $800,000 mortgage.
I
But
know.
hey, what do what you do. But I mean, I'm thinking like it's a kind of a side thing, right? And like maybe even like a hobby kind of thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
But if you during the week you're working and doing what you do, and some people, they don't live on their property 24/7, right? They may have something in town as
Hmm.
a backup, or and then that's their getaway, which sounds kind of cool. I like the idea of keeping cars, right? Because you have that much space, you can put a big garage and you can store cars in there,
I know that's what you would do.
big time. And like that's my idea, and not just and keep all kinds of cars. You keep an old truck, so you can. I don't know if you have animals. Like I know you like horses, right? So if you had horses and you need hay, so you need a truck to roll around some hay, and then what else? Other things, cleaning supplies and you got to sometimes you have to tow the horses. So there's some you need a truck that can tow a horse trailer.
Yep. I lived
Um,
that life for a while. I had horses for many, many years and swore that I would never do it again unless I had them at my own house.
right. So I
Because you've
mean,
got to be there every day. You've got to be there every day. You've got to exercise them, take care of them. And it's so, I mean, I think it's going to be easier if they're in your own backyard. Some people might disagree because it is a lot of work.